Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. Now, all day today, alright, if you have not been on Twitter or anywhere actually, I think pretty much every social media website was talking about this, but the Area 51 raids. Now, I've been following this ever since it became a thing, and I was going to say I was going to go or attend to it, but I wasn't going to really go. Like, I just wanted to be one of the people that said I was going to attend to it. But man, today was the day that the whole Area 51 raids was going to happen. Like, when I clicked on the trend, because it was trending this morning, all right? So I click on it. And there's posts from hours ago, but it's showing how many people showed up to Area 51. Bruh, people are crazy, man. People are seriously crazy, but I'm crazy too, because I think if I was within an area, I probably would have went to Area 51 too. I found some people that was going. I'm like, hey, y'all going to Area 51? That had been a YouTube video that I definitely had to put down in history as one of my favorite videos of all times. Because I feel like that overall, it should be a yearly thing though. Not to actually raid Area 51, but just to be outside of it, having some barbecue, meeting new people and things. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but to actually try to break into Area 51, then yeah, that's a problem. That's a mega problem. I did see though. I went onto Google Maps, and I remember I wanted to see if they had a thing of Area 51, and they do. And from what I seen, they have a McDonald's in Area 51. I think, if anything, if I were to break into Area 51, forget the aliens. I just want to see how that McDonald's is. I want to test out that McDonald's. I want to see, because I'm it has to be, that has to be the premium version of McDonald's. That has to be the, version of McDonald's where we're seeing that McDonald's, on commercials. That's the commercial McDonald's. That's where the real food is at. But all these are, the McDonald's down the street, okay? No. That's the McDonald's that's been used and abused. No, I want to go to the fresh. I want to go to the McDonald's, the military McDonald's, all right? But man, just back to this Area 51 raid stuff. If anybody has seen the photos and stuff of how many people showed up, I was honestly thinking 4 or 5 people was going to show up the most. It was only gonna probably be a few people and that was it. But no, there was a crap ton of people. And I guess they said what they planned on doing with this Area 51 raid, some company or some festival called Aliens something was gonna take over the Area 51 raids, and then they were just going to do that. But I think it's it's a good idea though. It's a really good idea, because I mean, you got all those different types of music festivals out there. I mean, and I think there are desert music festivals and things. So they could just make it that. That could even be a game or something. Not a game, but if they did have something a festival, if they do turn that into a festival, somebody can build their own Area 51, and it's a maze, and then you're just going around finding aliens and things, and then getting tagged by fake military guys or something like that. I don't know. Just having it to where something like that is fun. And you're not actually getting shot at, and you're not actually, putting your life in danger. But yeah, just having fun with random people. Because I honestly think that's what that's all about. That's what that whole Area 51 thing was all about. Meeting new people. Because a lot of people nowadays are antisocial. Why? I don't know. I feel like somebody made antisocial a popular thing, and now everybody wants to be antisocial. But shout out to everyone that showed up to Area 51. You guys did something that I feel that's something that's never been done before. That's history making right there. I mean, call it what you want, but That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like, hopefully nobody ain't get hurt, but that's pretty cool. I like it. But I need me a water break. It's like I wasted the water, but I don't know if I caught like most of it with my hand. Nope, some dripped down. Okay, no more water breaks. But anyways, yeah, that is crazy. That was crazy with that Area 51 stuff. That should be like a movie though. I feel like that honestly could be a movie. They could have it where it's like based off of the like Area 51 raids. Here's my little movie idea because I like doing this from time to time. But they have it where everybody shows up there, and then there's like an opening. People go through there, then they see some stuff they shouldn't see. Then the government and the military is trying to like cover it up or take them out and things, and that stuff done got all exposed. Now it's been just a crazy American warfare just all over the place. Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be a good movie though. That'd be like, or like kind of like something like the Goonies, but the like Area 51 military version or something. Like there's more to it that we don't know about. Because honestly, I think I remember when I did hear about Area 51 in the movie Zero Dark 30. That was that movie where they were like, overall it was like talking about the raids on Osama bin Laden. And I remember when they talked about like being there at Area 51, and they were just showing it where there was just like some like highly military like helicopters and like planes and stuff. So overall, like, yeah, it's just a testing site. Like, if they were hiding aliens there, it's like, then I guess that is crazy. But that's the thing, because I even remember when I was watching a video, I made a video talking about that, and there was like, aliens somehow always land at Area 51 to communicate. And I'm like, listen, if I'm an alien, right, I'm not going to go to the place where half my brothers and sisters just been kidnapped, and they're like all just hidden in this facility and they can't even go anywhere. No, I'm gonna go to freaking Canada, alright, out in the middle of the woods. I'm gonna go to downtown Seattle, or I'm gonna go to freaking Disneyland, alright? I'm gonna go where a bunch of people will see me, a bunch of people can take photos and stuff, and the like myth is true, aliens exist. But I'm not gonna keep continuously going to some military base and then always then I'm like seeing half like we just getting locked up. Like, nah, man, like that's the type of stuff. And plus, like, I don't know, I feel like we wouldn't do something like that. Like, if aliens was real and they kept like somehow landing in like a military base or just on Earth in general, why are we locking them up? What have they done to us? Like, it's not like they're gonna, like, they came from a different planet. I felt like, if anything, we should be more welcoming to them, alright? And try to figure out, just for letting y'all know, like, if you guys heard that noise, that was my foot. Like, that's my foot scraping against a shoebox. So, I don't want y'all to be all like, TMossBoss passed gas in this podcast. Nope, that ain't it. That is not it. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's like I always see stuff like that. They're all like trying to lock that alien up. Like, no. Like, aliens is crazy. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be that person where if they gave me the choice to lock an alien up or to like let it go back home or something. Like, I'll be, well, then again, because I'm like, dang, can aliens even eat like human food? So that's the thing, because I'm like, I'm not trying. It's like, I know I can't go to another planet and breathe their air, so why would I give an alien? That's why I would like try to like figure out a way to communicate with that alien and be like, did you bring your own food? I'm like, if you could eat like the natural stuff here, like grass and trees and all that stuff, then cool. But like, if you want a burger, or if you want some freaking cheese pizza, or I don't know, some Tyson chicken strips, and I'm like, hey, like, if you like have an allergic reaction to this and you start like dying on me, then next thing you know, you're like everybody back at your home base, they're all like, oh, them humans is crazy. They done fed them some weird food, and now they done died fooling around with the humans and things, and now I'm like under attack. See, I like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. See, that's why I'm like, movies, because no, like, the thing is, I trip about aliens because I ain't seen movies like Aliens. Signs. What other alien movies? I ain't seen quite a few alien movies, and I know aliens are not to be messed with. Signs was the one movie that did it for me. That was the movie that put fear in my eyes. Like when I was a kid and I watched that movie, I was like, bro, when they showed that scene where the guy was watching the video, because I don't even think YouTube was out at the time, but when he was watching the video and it was that kid's birthday party and you see that alien just creepily like just walk across the camera like like in the alleyway and it just walked across, bro, that scene used to creep me out. Now I think the movie is dope. I think that's like one of the best movies out there. Things like it's crazy how like it was a movie as a kid, like it scared the life out of me, but as I got older, I'm like, bro, that was a good movie. Like, especially the ending. Like, I can sit down and watch that movie. In fact, I actually want to sit down and watch that movie. If I do see that movie available on something, I'm going to probably just have to sit down and watch it. But, yeah, like, no, like, I just, like, seeing movies like that and then seeing movies like Aliens where they got, like, acid blood and freaking a weird little alien inside of its mouth, the tongue, and it'll, like, go through you and pierce your chest and things. And then they got other aliens that will wrap its like body across your face, impregnate you with an alien, and then that alien's bursting out of your chest. See, I'm like stuff like that, man. Like, nah, I wouldn't want to do that to myself. I would want to find like an attractive alien. Like she's like, yeah, like she looks human, but she got like a tail or something. Then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm like, we can possibly like work things out, but I just don't want her to die because I ain't gave her some human stuff. Like if they can eat human food, then I'm like cool, but if they can't, then I'm like I ain't gonna fool with them. I'm seriously not. Like that's that whole thing where it's like aliens landing in Area 51 and stuff. Like as big as this planet is, if I know if I was an alien, yeah, I'm like done built a spaceship to where I can like land on different planets and things. I'm not going to go to a military base, or I'm not gonna go to I don't know, probably, but it's like I don't know. I think I'll go off up in the woods somewhere. Like I'm like wherever the least human activity is at, that's where I'm going to be at. So like out in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of the desert. Yeah, probably the woods. I feel like the woods, they got like a lot more resources and things. The desert, there's just nothing but sand out there. But like, yeah, the woods, you got like, yeah, like I said, trees, you got water, you got a bunch of stuff out there. So wildlife, like you got it all. You got it all out in the woods. And so, yeah, I think if I was an alien, I would land in the woods. I ain't gonna go to a military base. Like I said, you get locked up there, the next thing you know, it's like an alien versus human just fight, going back and forth. Because I decide to land in a military base. Like, see, that ain't for me. That is just not for me and things. But I don't know. That's like a question like I always like ask myself. Like, it's because I honestly believe it. Like, I really do. I believe somewhere out there is possibly, okay, or it's meant for us to go to these planets and create like a different life form out there and things. But I do believe that there is life outside of Earth and things. Cause I don't know, like it's just we haven't explored everything out there yet. So that's why I'm like, there's probably and it's like even stuff where they probably think it's went extinct and things. It's probably hidden out there somewhere. Cause there's like there's probably parts of Earth that we haven't even discovered yet. Like the ocean, prime example. There's probably parts of the ocean that we haven't. Yeah, I know that for a fact. There's like I've seen where there's like parts of the ocean where there's like it's just too much pressure, so you can't go down there and things. But cause like no, that's the one thing that I believe in. That the megalodon sharks, I still think that them sharks exist, and I think there's like, cause I remember what I was reading is that the water was getting too warm, like climate change and like global warming and things. It started fooling around with them sharks, so they had to find like a cooler spot to be at. And I honestly believe probably deep down in that, because see, explain this, there's times where there's been whales that washed up on shore, half of their body's been missing and stuff. How is that possible? Like it, and they show where it looks like it is a bite mark, so that shows something is big in that water. All right. Then what else? Yeah, they're talking about like how they finding their like teeth and things. It isn't like teeth and bones and all that stuff supposed to like disintegrate after a few years. Cause think about it. The Titanic. Okay, Titanic, prime example. All those people out there that died. You really think that their teeth or body parts or any of that stuff is still going to be down in that ocean? Like, no, I looked at that stuff because they said how deep that boat was, the Titanic ship, that those bodies disintegrated after a few years. Like there's like bacteria and of course fish and all that stuff. Yeah, them bodies was gone. And then it's like, and then they're talking about like, yeah, there are people finding their teeth and things. I'm like, I don't know. Because then it's like, and I know it's going to probably try to compare it to like a dinosaur type thing. And I'm like, yeah, that dinosaur stuff was buried. So anything that's buried, like possibly could happen where it like could disintegrate. I don't know. That stuff could be fake too. We don't know if they actually found dinosaur. I don't know. The thing is that when I hear about that stuff, they talking about they found dinosaur bones and things. I'm like, I want to be that person where I find it myself. Like I want to like dig up my backyard and see if I'll find me some dinosaur bones. Cause it's just like that's another thing. It's like it's mighty strange how it's like all these places, but it's like dinosaurs is covering all over Earth and things. Then it's like, how come we don't see like bones sticking out of our backyards and stuff where it's like easy to find and things. Like that's I'm like, nah, man. Like something I don't know. Something don't seem right about that. Cause I'm like, they probably might have found some fossils or something out there, but I don't know if it's necessarily everything, but. With them like sharks out in the water, and it's like all that bacteria and all that fishes and stuff like swimming around. Like and they're like that stuff would disintegrate, but that stuff's washing up on shore and things like megalodon, sharks' teeth, the tooth and stuff. Like that's I personally believe that those sharks is still out there. All right, so. I just like how I went from like Area 51 to aliens and sharks and things, but no, it's like it's like questions and stuff people be wanting to know the answer to. So I'm like, with that, I'm like, no, I personally believe, yeah, there's probably some life forms out there and things. And then with the sharks, yeah, them sharks, I don't know. Me personally, I believe that them sharks are still out there. I do. Deep down in that ocean somewhere, because it's colder there. As big as them sharks are, it's like, yeah, you really think pressure is going to really take them sharks out? Nah. They talking about them sharks went extinct millions of years ago, and it's like millions of years later, we still haven't discovered parts of the ocean, so that's my answer and things. Like, who knows? Maybe they put off cameras down there, and then they can see, like, the parts of the ocean and stuff that we haven't discovered yet, but I don't know. I don't know. But man, it'd be crazy though if there's just like one of those sharks. They, then again, it's like, I don't know. Them sharks, they probably, when they die off, they just probably like, I don't know, probably like other fishes. There's like probably even other fishes down there we haven't even explored. There's probably stuff might be even bigger than megalodon sharks out there. So you never know. But anyways, yeah. Shout out to everybody that rated Area 51. Hopefully you got to see them aliens, and yeah, probably if they I don't know, if I'm in a better standings with YouTube, like I'm doing YouTube full time, and I have like the free time and to do whatever I want, to go wherever I want to go, and they hold another one of them Area 51 raids, I might just have to go to it. I mean, like, of course, like, not actually raid the place, but just to be like, hey, I went to Area 51, and, yeah, got to see them aliens and stuff, so, anyways, yeah, but hopefully everybody is safe. I need to look more into that stuff, because I'm like, bruh, if anybody got injured, they're talking about, like, injuries or arrest and all that stuff happened at Area 51, I'm like, nope, I ain't fooling with it, ain't gonna get me caught up in that stuff, but, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. If you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're new to my podcast on whatever streaming platform you are using, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek for the first time, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and they'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So yeah, If you plan on going to a football game or a basketball game or a music concert, use my promo code. Once again, it's TMossBoss, and it'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.